Hello students, welcome once again to my channel. Now in this section we have a function over here which says that g of x equal to half minus 3x divided by 1 minus x, and this is more of a function, and then we have to find the image of 1 under g inverse, so the inverse of a function. That is what we are basically solving over here. So we want to find the inverse of this function g of x over here. Now how do we solve a question like this? So first of all, what we do is that we equate the whole function to another variable, let's say y. After equating that variable to this whole component, then what we do is that we rather make x the subject from there, and then from there we write the inverse of the whole thing. So I'm going to solve and then we'll see how we can go about it. So first of all, because we have g of x being equal to half minus 3x minus divided by 1 minus x, what we do is that we equate this whole thing to a variable, let's say y. So y equals to half minus 3x here over 1 minus x here, right? So from here, what we do is that just make x the subject, right? So we make s the subject for me. How do we make s the subject? So because I have this x over here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write my y equal to, now I'm going to find the LCM. So I have 2 and then 1 minus x over here. So the LCM is going to be 2 and that of 1 minus x here. So this goes into that. I have this whole component left. So I have 1 multiplied by 1 minus x, which gives us 1 minus x, and then we have the minus sign here. Now the rest, 1 minus x goes into this, it goes into the LCM. We have this cancelling, that we are just left with 2. So 2 multiplies, so minus 2 because of this minus over here. So minus 2 multiplies the whole of 3x here, and then from here we have kind of a cross multiply, a cross multiple over here. So we have y here multiplying to 1 minus x here being equal to 1 multiplies the whole of that, so 1 minus x here minus 2 into bracket 3x here, right? So from here we have y here. Let's solve what is inside here. So 2 times 1 gives us 2, 2 times x gives us minus 2x here being equal to 1 minus x here, and then we have minus 2 multiply 3x here, which gives us minus 6x here. Y multiplies the whole of that, which gives us 2y minus 2xy equal to 1 minus x minus 6s. So we have like terms. Let's quickly do that. So we have minus x and then minus 6, which gives us minus 7x. Remember, we are making x the subject here, but since I have this 2y here, and then I have my x here, another x here, I'll send this to this side. So I have 2y and then bring the 1 to this side. It's positive. When it crosses, it becomes negative, and then I have negative x here, negative 7x, and then plus 2xy over here. So we have 2y here minus 1 equal to since I have x and x here, I can just factorize that one out. I'm left with minus 7 here plus 2y. So I divide here by minus 7 plus 2y, which will cancel out here, and I have minus 7 plus 2y, and then this cancel that, and then I'm left with x being equal to, so I'm left with this x being equal to 2y minus 1. And remember, because of this negative, I can send it to this side, so I can write it this way, 2y minus 7 here, which is still the same, right? So for me, I have x equal to the whole of that, and that, remember, becomes our inverse of the function, or the inverse of g of x. So therefore, inverse of g of x now becomes, so we have 2x minus y minus 1 over 2x minus 7. That becomes our inverse function. And therefore, remember, the question says that find the image of 1 under the inverse g of x. So if I'm to find the image. Remember, x is 1 in this case, so I'm just substituting x into this whole thing here. So I have 2 into bracket 1 minus 1 here over 2, 1 here minus 7 here, and that gives us 2 times 1 gives me 2 minus 1. I have 1 here over 2, 1, that is 2, and then it becomes 2 minus 7, which is just negative 5. So therefore I can conclude that my inverse function under the image 1 is equal to negative 1 over 5 in this case, right? So thank you very much for joining me in this section. I hope this session was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.